Good morning, Sea Lake Journey crew.
Good morning, good morning. It's Happy Thursday. Woo, how about that?
I never know what day of the week it is.
I have to tell her. She goes, what day is it? And I go, it's trash day. She goes, well, what day is that? And I go, that's Thursday.
Yeah, I know, right?
I have to take the trash out.
Tell me it's trash day means absolutely nothing to me.
That's how I remember the days of the week. I go, oh, today I go to the gym. It's back day. Next day it's leg day. And then it's trash day. So it's day I'm going to vacuum the house. And then I have to interpret that as to what day of the week it actually is.
What are you going to do? So, what we got going on back here already. Yep. Oh, yeah. So we want to say good morning to all of our subscribers and all of our viewers, all of our hashtag team replay, all of those lurkers out there. We love our lurkers.
All of our Facebook users and our moderators and our members. Thank you.
That's right. We thank all of you because without you guys, there would not be a show. It would just be a three-ring circus.
It'd be that. That's what it would be right there. I was sitting here watching them dogs.
So we want to thank you for letting us have something in our life other than a three-ring circus back there.
Yes, absolutely.
So we want to say good morning to the people that were in the chat this morning, chatting it up before the show.
That's right. We get here about a half hour early, sometimes even earlier. So if you ever feel like you're awake and you want to just sit and yak in a chat, come on over to Sea Lake Journeys.
There you go. And we have Law Jones.
Law Jones, who brings us the quote of the day. Hey, let's check it out while we're here.
The quote of the day, we said this a lot to our children growing up.
Yep. We've learned that people will forget what you have said. People will forget what you did. But people never forget how you made them feel. And I've said that quote for years and years. Yes. I never knew there was a quote from Maya Angelou. I never knew who actually originated that. But yeah, people forget what you said and what you did, but they'll remember how you made them feel. So hopefully, Sea Lake Journeys is making you feel this morning.
There you go. And I thought it was so funny that Law Jones put that up because I made the intro this morning with have a great day, start your day off right. So I swear Law Jones has got some kind of secret camera in this room and listens to us.
I know. And then he says, hey, is that going to fit in with today's theme? I'm like, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
And we want to say good morning to the Gaylords. Good morning, Gaylords.
Good morning, Gaylords.
And Sharon Rowland's with us.
Hey, Sharon.
And CME Traveling.
Kurt came on over to tell us about sitting in a tree with Captain Billy looking at bears or something like that.
So I guess the thumbnail got a lot of attention today with Chet trying to ward off the bear, battle off the bear, whatever you want to call it.
We were okay with the bear. The bears up there were always trying to kiss her. Everywhere we went, I've got like 8 pictures of different bears trying to kiss her. Well, that particular bear needed a Tic Tac. So I was like, go get a Tic Tac.
I love bears. I love bears with cute feet. And they had all these wood carved. That picture was actually taken in Alaska. And they have a lot of wood carved bears and things along the way. And mama bears and baby bears. And of course, I would always say, take a picture of me kissing the bear. And then he was like, enough of the bears.
It was polar bears, brown bears, black bears, grizzly bears, teddy bears, every kind of bear there was, even tau animal bears.
Yep, that's right. And good morning to Shanster.
Good morning, Shanster.
And good morning to Scott Smith.
Hey, Scott.
And the Bone Tired Travelers.
Bone Tired.
And the Fearless Rambler.
Rolling with the Fearless Rambler. Right. Good morning to you, George.
And good morning to Tanisha from Leonard Family Fun, who brings us our day of the day.
How about that? Thanks for this, Tanisha. We appreciate it. Tanisha says, good morning to everybody out there listening. Happy National Get to Know Your Customers Day.
That's right.
National Popcorn Day, my favorite. How about that? That was Tanisha speaking. And World Quark Day. Pick something and celebrate.
And we want to keep Eddie in our prayers and thoughts today.
That's right. So today's the day.
Today's the day that he's having some more medical appointment. So we want to keep him in our thoughts and prayers, you guys.
That's right. We got to make sure we take care of Eddie out there.
That's right. Okay, so let's see. Let me see. I don't know what Sharon's saying here.
Sharon says, Law, I've got a great big owl nesting in my pecan tree.
Oh.
Beautiful owls. How about that? An owl
How about
sitting
that?
in the pecan tree.
And good morning to Kathy Mills.
Good morning, Kathy.
And I think we've said, and good morning to the Naughty Cruiser.
Have you been naughty this morning,
think
Naughty
so.
Cruiser? He says, good morning to everyone out there. I hope we all have an epic day today. Naughty
There you
Cruiser,
go.
I think that's the first time he's here. I'm going to give you a squeaky for that. How about that?
And good morning to Traveler Bus.
Traveler Bust says, good morning to everybody out there, too.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
And good morning to Darian.
Good morning, Darian. And Darian says, how old is Sea Lake Journeys?
And good morning to Mark the Shark.
Mark the Shark is in the house. Everybody get your salute up for Mark the Shark. And he says, hello, beautiful people. There you go.
And good morning to the Destination Fun.
Good morning to Destination Fun. And they're saying good morning to everybody out there, too.
And good morning to TNT Adventures to Sea.
TNT's Adventures to Sea. He's saying good morning. Let me tell you what, he's building his channel up right now. He's getting that channel rolling. So make sure you get over there and check out TNT, okay, y'all? And maybe one of our moderators will throw that link up in there for us, please. He's starting to get some stuff rolling over there. Sharon Rowland says, Robin, my day isn't very happy today at all.
I know. I heard about your baby dog.
Your
I'm so
chihuahua.
sorry. Yeah.
Well, hopefully it's all going to get better, Sharon. And maybe just swallowed something. So, sometimes they swallow something and then they don't want to eat until they can get it out.
Baby Enzo. All right. So start our topic today.
Our topic today is, I ain't cruising no more. I'm mad. Something bad happened on my cruise. And I don't want to cruise no more. Have you ever heard anybody say that?
Yes. We've gotten upset about something that happened on our cruise before too. So
Everybody has. If you have been on a cruise, you probably got upset about something. Something. And as we go down this list, you might be saying, nah. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that did happen. I was upset about that.
Yep.
But we're not going to quit cruising. No. Just
we're
because
not
that bear is going to come up there and try to kiss her and needing a tic tac and all that. I didn't like it. I had my stick out, but it was okay. We got over it. We gave ourselves a bear hug and went on about our day. Had a great day.
Yep.
So, hey, one of the things that happened though to us, and has happened to a lot of people, we missed our port of call because of bad weather.
Yes. So we can't remember which ship it was on, but we do remember it was a Carnival ship.
Yes.
Can't remember what year, what month. And there was a hurricane coming across Mexico from the other side.
From the Pacific side,
the Pacific side. And we had just left Cozumel.
Yep.
And evidently the storm had picked up speed. And the captain announced that we were going to have to miss the port of Belize.
Yeah, where it was going to come across at was going to come right across Belize. And, that's not real wide land base there. So they said, you know what? How about we turn around and go back to Cozumel again? Well, we were like, woohoo, let's go. But a lot of people were not happy.
And good morning, Jennifer from Embarkation Nation. So nice to have you with us this morning.
Woohoo! Good morning, Jennifer.
So, a lot of people were really upset that we weren't going to Belize. And they were like, going back to Cozumel again. There's nothing to do in Cozumel. Which really, that's not true.
There's a million things.
Cozumel has more things to do in their port than any other cruise port in the Caribbean.
I would have to say they have the most stuff, yeah.
And it's because you're not just on the island of Cozumel. You can take the ferry over to the mainland and have other excursions there as well.
45 minutes on a ferry, and then you go over to those pyramids and great things over there to do.
And, you just can't be upset that you missed your port of call based on safety. And recently here in the Caribbean, there were a lot of ports that they couldn't even go to Perfect Day at Coco Cay because of the weather, so I know it's disappointing, but you just have to realize they're doing it for your safety.
It's more likely to happen on islands that require tender boats. And you can see that in our tendering video, another shameless plug, but we talk about the fact that tendering ports are often the ones that get, canceled the most because of inclement weather.
And here's what Fearless Rambler says.
Fearless Rambler says, I've been upset about that rude cruiser blaming me of stealing their deck chair. Those dang drunks.
Yeah, you know, that's another
Right?
thing. Other passengers can make you feel like I ain't going to go cruising in. If that's the way people are. You just remember, you can run into those same kind of people here at home in Walmart or in your local restaurant, even that are just those rude people. Some people are just rude, just to be rude.
And while we're on those deck chairs, how about I couldn't get a deck chair by the pool the whole cruise because the chair hogs were saving them all the time.
Yep.
Have you ever had that happen to you?
And we want to say good morning to James and Antoinette at Fun. Good morning, you guys. And here's what Shanster says.
Chancellor says they just changed one of our ports in Alaska a couple of days ago. Yeah, I remember at the end of the season last year, I think it was Ketchikan.
Mm-hmm.
I forget, or Skagway. They had the rock slide, and the ship couldn't go in there. So they had to cancel the rest of that season for that port.
And then they had to limit people that were going because of the fact that they closed the pier and you had to take a tender in and all that.
Right.
They just don't have that many tenders up there.
Exactly.
So that was another reason to cancel it. And Antoinette at Fun says, yes, people, they love being rude.
I know. It's like
I don't get it,
yeah, I don't
Antoinette.
get it either. Yeah.
I just don't, you know, and the thing is that everybody's on vacation, right? And you're all experiencing this great vacation together. And why do you just want to be so rude?
And speaking of the rude people, while we're on there, thanks for that, Antoinette. Bring us right there to that. Is how about the people that want to butt you in line? You're standing in line at the comedy club, or the buffet, or the theater, and there's one person up there, and here comes a group of about 10 people walking all the way past the line to everybody, and they go up there and just stand there and start talking to them, and suddenly they're in the line ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, is that rude or what?
I know. And, you know, but those are the same people that will butt you in line at home.
Yep. That ain't no different, is it? They're going to try to butt you no matter where they are. That's just how they live. They're entitled. They should be ahead of you.
I guess
Don't let it ruin your cruise, though.
I guess I have rocked baby into sleep.
Yeah, you're rocking me to sleep over here, too.
Good morning to Cruising is Fun Anytime. And Renee. Good morning, Renee. So nice to have you with us this morning. Here's what Law Jones says.
Law says, I met a couple in Alaska. It was part of their religion to be obnoxious and rude. Yeah, right. Every morning they get up and say, who can I go be rude and obnoxious to? I know. I've met people like that, Law. I've met them mostly here on land, but they are definitely, they cruise too.
Yeah, they
sure
do. And you know what? I think that if you're rude like that, you're always rude like that. I don't think it's just a one-time thing with you.
They didn't save it for the cruise ship. They were doing it long before they got there.
I think so too. I totally think so too. And I think did I put this comment up?
No, Law says, that's it. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, that's great. All right, thank you all of y'all for coming in, and thank y'all for those thumbs up too. By the way, I see the thumbs up popping up over here. Woo! Look at that. I'm looking like an octopus this morning with all these thumbs. You know, on our last cruise though, we had some things that we really didn't like. We could not book a specialty dining.
Yes.
I mean, the minute we walked on the ship, because we couldn't book any of it before we got on the ship,
which we thought was odd.
We couldn't book anything on the app, so we were like, this miserable app. So that's okay. As soon as we get on the ship. And we're one of the first people on the ship, okay? Because we get there early and all that. We run onto the ship and we can't book anything. We can't book the chef's table. We couldn't book the steakhouse. We don't even want to go to the Italian restaurant, but we thought, well, what the heck? Let's go try it. It couldn't be booked either, nor the French restaurant. None of them. They were all full for the whole week. And it was my
birthday. And, you know, you can't go out to the steakhouse. And I just thought it was odd, you know, that you couldn't book anything on the steakhouse. But then come to find out what they said was they had a large gambling group and they were giving specialty dining as prizes. And so they had to leave the space open for the people that got the prizes to be able to redeem their prizes.
So I thought, well, you know what? Some of those people are not going to show up because they're going to stay in casinos. So we would walk up every occasionally at night and say, hey, is there any chance we can get in here tonight or tomorrow night sometime? Nope. We asked every day, and every day it was nope.
Yep. Here's what TNT says.
TNT says, when we first started cruising, they changed our whole ports from the southern to the western.
Now, that's a big change.
That's a big change
that's
right
a huge
there.
Change right there.
But you know what? It probably was because of weather, wasn't it, Tom?
Probably.
So they're looking out for their safety. And, you know, it's tough, though, if it's like one of your bucket list cruises.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't think a big deal of it for ourselves in Caribbean because we've done it so many times. But can you imagine going to Alaska and saying, well, we can't go to Skagway or Juneau on this cruise? We're like, that's 2 of our 3 ports.
Right. Or
What?
your cruise was to Hawaii and you're just going to go to San Cabo.
Yeah. 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 You're going to go down the West Coast instead. I'd be like, oh, well, okay, but not okay because we paid for Hawaii, right?
Here's what Sharon Rowland says.
Sharon says, I don't put up with rude people. I'll ignore them until no more ignoring. Then it's time to leave.
Yeah, you know, that's the thing. We many times we have gone to sit down in an area and just got up and left because of the people around us. It was so funny because coming out of COVID, right? And you weren't supposed to be cruising if you were sick or anything like that. We were on an open deck and we went to sit down at a table that was overlooking the pool, you know, but it was underneath the shade. And we were just sitting there playing a game. Well, there were no small tables. So we ended up sitting at one of these tables that's like for what, 8 people or something like that. And we were at one end of it. Well, this lady and her husband came up and they said, do you mind if we share the other end of the table with you? We're like, oh, no, not at all. Well, after she had been there for just a few minutes, she coughed the whole time she sat there, never covered her mouth, and just sat there and just was like, and sniffling and sneezing and blowing her nose and everything. And I was like, Chet and I, we looked at each other. It's like, yep, time to go.
We were doing this and we got to go.
We just packed up our game in the middle of our game and said, oh, well, we'll just start the game over. And
she was not attempting to wipe her nose, cover her mouth, and she was sitting there like this. Shoot.
She didn't even care.
Oh my God.
Some people,
horrible.
You know, I say that if you're like that in public, you're worse than that at home.
Oh my God.
You know, and here's what Destination Fun has to say.
That happened to us for our Alaska to Dawson Glacier. It was canceled due to weather. Oh, that's terrible, ain't it? Because Alaska is really an expensive cruise, and it's kind of like a once in a lifetime for most people. And you get up there and if you miss anything, you feel like you've missed a lot.
Right.
Because you may not get back again, you know. Yeah, that's too bad about that Destination Fun. Fearless Rambler says, just leave. So many more places to get drinks. That's right, Fearless. Yeah. Just get up and leave. It's a big ship.
It's a big ship.
You can go somewhere else.
And I think so many times that a lot of these arguments and things are happening between passengers because no one wants to just get up and leave. You know, I was here first, and you know the whole what do you call that? What the right of ownership or something?
Entitlement.
You know, entitlement. Yes, entitlement. And you know, you got to get over the entitlement. Why are you going to let that person ruin your cruise? Just get up and walk away.
Not me. I'm going to get up, smile at them, and crop dust them on the way out. If you know what that means, you'd be smiling right now too. And I'm going to give myself a for that. Oh yeah, I've been known to crop dust somebody. How about the last cruise too? We had what I thought it was pretty bad. Room service.
Oh my gosh. So wait, is it room service or my room steward?
We're going room service right now.
Okay, we're gonna do my room steward though, right?
Well, you didn't put it on the list, but we'll add it. Yeah.
We need to put him on the list.
Okay. Room service. You stopped me, sir.
Antoinette's laughing about the crop dusting. And good morning to Indiana Chris. It's so nice to have you with us.
Good morning to you.
So
the room service, it's, you know, usually it takes about a half hour, and that's usually great. Half hour is perfect. You know, you got time to jump in the shower real quick, and I'll be out, and my food will be coming in the door. But no, it was like 2 hours late every night because we kept trying it. And man, we'd be asleep. It'd be like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, the door knock. Be like, oh, what's the door knocking? Oh, it's that food we ordered back at 11:30.
Oh, yes. I mean, and
what?
Yes, it was the slowest room service ever on the face of the planet. And it's like, what are you going to do when food comes to your room at 2 o'clock in the morning? You're going to get up and you're going to eat it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, hey, you're on vacation anyway. We ate it. But I just, wow, that was really, really bad.
And we've never had room service that slow.
Never,
ever, ever.
But we didn't complain. We just said, well, this is what it is.
It is what it is.
So now we know if we want to eat at midnight, we need to order it about 10:30 or about 10 o'clock.
Yes, exactly.
So we planned accordingly. Ha! We got them.
So can I do my room steward now?
Yes, let's get that room steward.
Okay, so we had. I'm not going to say which cruise line it was on, but we've never had a horrible room steward before. But we got in our room, and when we got in the room first, I said to the room steward, I said, I'm so sorry. Were you not ready for us? The room doesn't seem to be ready. And he's like, oh, no, the room's ready. I was like, Okay, there's
Don't
no
look ready.
toilet paper.
Ooh.
There's no towels
No
in the
towels?
bathroom. And I'm like, you know what? I think you're just being nice. We're gonna go ahead and leave for a while and let you finish the room. And he was like, okay. So we were gone, I don't know, 2 hours.
A couple hours, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Come back, and the room is still the same way it was. And so I told Chad, I said, well, I got to go to the bathroom. I lifted up the toilet seat, and the remnants
Surprise!
of other people were there. And I called him and I said, this room is not ready. There's no toilet paper. There's no towels. And the toilet has been used previously and it's not clean. And he says, oh, there's a toilet brush right there. Excuse me.
Woo! That did not go over well.
Excuse me. I went livid on this guy. I told him, I said, you need to go get your cleaning supplies and you need to come clean this room right now. And he was like, oh, no, ma'am, it's okay. And I was like, it's not okay. And so I told Chet, I said, I got to leave this room. I'm gonna blow a gasket on this guy. So we left the room again, come back a couple hours later, still the same thing. I was so mad.
We went to the
now
front desk,
I've got my Clorox wipes out. I am cleaning this room.
Yeah.
And Chet's like, no, Robin, you're not going to clean the room. We're going to go, get somebody to take care of this.
She did clean the room though, because even when she got clean, then she realized that
then I realized the counter hadn't been wiped
down.
off, and I was livid. The thing was, all you had to do was say, I'm sorry, the room's not ready. Yeah. And we would have been okay with that. But he kept insisting it was ready.
Yeah, he kept saying it was good, but it wasn't. So we went to the front desk too, and we stood in like a 45-minute line, and the people ahead of us were way madder than we were. So
yes, but they weren't mad about the same things we were mad about.
But a lot of them were way madder because they were. It was our first time on that particular cruise line. But the other people had, like 40, 50 cruises. One lady had like 100 cruises under her belt in front of us. And they told her, ma'am, you'll have to go over and wait in that line. Everybody else, she goes, oh, no, I will not go over and wait in that line. I mean, boy, she told that guy what time it was. And
at that point, the ship had already set sail, and she still didn't have a room key.
Yes.
And that's what she wanted. She just wanted a room key. Yeah. And she was like, whatever the highest passenger status is on that ship.
6:30, 7 o'clock at night.
I know.
Yeah, she was like, I don't know, Pinnacle, Royal, whatever.
So we have really sparked some comments in the chat now. So let's see what we got to say.
Renee says, our last room service was super fast. 20 minutes for lunch.
Usually it is fast. That's why we were so surprised.
Yeah, usually 30 minutes or less, know. Yeah, you typically, but boy, we had a bad one. Mm-hmm. See Me Traveling says, Sea Lake Journeys, have y'all ever ordered room service and not remembered what you ordered?
Yes. We've gotten room service. I'm like, Chet, is this what we ordered? He's like, oh no, I don't remember.
I don't think I would order cheesecake, but maybe I did. I don't know.
And we were on the Sky Princess in December of 2022 and in January of 2022. And we went to order room service in December and asked us if we wanted to order our previous order. I'm like, Chet, did you order room service? He's like, no.
Back in January.
And I'm looking at the previous order, and it was our order from the 12 months prior.
And I looked at the order. I go, you know what? That is exactly what I want. So I clicked yes.
Here's the Fearless Rambler.
I have this person throwing coffee over their balcony. They didn't realize that it just got sucked right back into the ship and got soaked on my balcony. The steward reported it. He hated cleaning up. Oh, you know what? You can't throw anything off your balcony. That's horrible, man.
Yes, it does. The draft catches it and pulls it right back.
This is just one of the many reasons I don't want a balcony. I'm booking an interior room. Because I don't want the cigarette smoke blowing over on me.
People spitting. Do you know how many people spit off of a cruise ship?
Oh my God.
I'm like, oh my. I watched one guy on a cruise ship. He had chewing tobacco in his mouth and he kept spitting overboard. I'm like, that spittle
everywhere
is coming back to that ship. It's like, come on. People are just so gross. Here's Law Jones.
Law Jones, I have had the other extreme as well.
Yes, it does. It goes both ways.
That's right.
And Indiana Chris, I love this.
Wow, scrub your own toilet?
I know, right?
Yep, sure did. Clean that entire room again and said, hey, bring us more sheets. We're changing them too because I guarantee you didn't change them either.
And unfortunately, it's not the first room I have had to clean on a cruise ship.
But this one was by far the worst.
This one was by far the worst.
Yeah, it was the worst. Typically we have great room stewards, great service.
Typically we do. It's rare that you run into
I don't know, 33, 34 cruises, how many we've done. There's probably only been 3 that have been, the room stewards have been kind of.
Here's what Antoinette says.
Oh my God, that's disgusting. I would have went off on him.
I did. I
She
totally
did.
would. And I have never, ever gone off on I've gone off on 2 cruise ship employees before. He was one.
Yeah.
And the other one I went off on was when I was traveling with my daughter and her family, and I was the babysitter. And they were, to get off the ship, they were making you make laps around the ship through all of the decks. And I told him, I said, this is ridiculous. We could not get out of our room because the line of people going down the hallway, because they had them going both ways, we couldn't get out of our room. And I'm like, this is a safety hazard. So I've only gone off on 2 employees, one for a safety hazard and one for the cleaning.
Yeah.
Here's what the Law Jones says.
Worst yet, it's not yours. Yes, exactly.
That's the worst part.
I don't mind
Yes.
cleaning my own toilet, but
And this was coming out of COVID as well, which
Yeah.
was another thing.
Oh yeah, we're barely out of COVID. Fearless says, question, whose video had the black undies under the desk?
The black undies under the desk.
Black undies under
Somebody,
the desk?
yes, there was somebody that was, they had found someone else's underwear in their cabin. It wasn't one of our
nice.
videos, but yeah, that I do remember that. I can't remember who that was.
Wasn't these, was it? No, I ain't got no.
But yeah, I found brassieres in
Yeah, we have found bras
in
in.
drawers before.
Yep.
Never found dirty underwear. And Destination Fences, that's just gross.
Gross. It's gross. It's gross.
Here we go.
We wipe down the room every time anyways.
We do too.
We do too, but usually we
And I don't mind wiping it down anyway.
right. Doing the second time our own cleansing is okay.
I'm
but
okay with that.
having to do that first cleansing too.
And Bone Tire Traveler says that was SCT.
SCT,
Yes,
okay.
I think you're right. I think it was
Yeah,
SCT.
sure.
That was who I was going to say, but I was like, I'm not going to say the wrong name.
Hey, we got Can't Stop Walking but Love Mowing and Cruising here. First time this
Good
morning.
morning.
Thank you for coming in. He says good morning to everyone in the room and the host. And hey,
Thank
guess
you.
what? You get a squeaky for your first time here. How about that?
This is what I think. We met them yesterday, and this is what I think is so funny about their name. Can't stop walking, but love mowing. Mowing? The cruising part, yes. Mowing.
I get it. I love
He
mowing
loves to
too.
mow. I mowed one time, and we wanted to go on vacation early, right? And so he was tending the lawn for one of the little old ladies at church, and he says, "I've got to go mow Sister So and So's yard and our yard." I said, "Well, I can't mow her yard because that's something that you do for her, but I'll mow our own grass." We had a push mower, and our front yard was
like a
on an
hill.
incline. I am
The only
mowing
hill
that
in
grass.
Florida.
I am mowing that grass. He comes home and finds me standing in the middle of the yard with the water hose on top of my head because it's Florida. And I'm going, oh, dear Lord, if you let me not have this heat stroke and die, I promise I will never volunteer to mow the grass again.
And I didn't realize that's what that was all about. I thought she was just giving me a good treat because I come home and, the shirt's all wet and I'm like,
Nope. I honestly
look
thought
at
I was going to have a heat stroke and die.
Shanster says, my last cruise in November, the shower was not clean and there was hair all over it.
Oh.
I called my steward and had them come clean the bathroom. I think they forgot the whole bathroom.
That's happened.
That can happen.
And this is what I don't understand. When you clean a room, okay, because I was back in the day, I was a nursing assistant back when I thought I wanted to be a nurse. Thank God I'm not a nurse. Tanisha has that all the way. The very first thing you do is you take everything out of the room that's contaminated. Dirty linens, dirty towels, trash, everything that's contaminated comes out of the room. Then you clean the room. And then everything that's clean and sanitary now comes in the room. Now the clean sheets come in. That's not the way they do it. It drives me insane.
Depends on who they are. Some of them got their own ways. It looks like to me. I don't know.
Here's Cruising is Fun anytime.
I would have been livid if my cabin was dirty. Oh,
I
trust me,
was.
she was.
I was.
Cheryl, she was. Yeah.
And here's Law Jones.
Got 1 minute. I have had one, excuse me. I've had room steward removed, just exchanged my own towels and no tip. There you go.
Good morning to the Z Show. Good morning.
Good morning, Z-Man.
And let me see. I get a couple of these chats up.
Room service, remember again, so many bars on the cruise ship. Ain't that the truth, Fearless?
What ship was that? It was just in the Royal Caribbean Fleet. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, it was back in February. So, yeah, back during the COVID.
And people are saying they always sanitize their rooms. Good morning, Elaine.
Good morning, Elaine. She says, I always bring Lysol wipes.
We do too.
And spray and to clean the doorknob doorknobs, remotes, light switches, toilet seats, etc. Even when I stay in a hotel, I did this before the C word was here.
Yeah,
right on, Elaine. That's just good hygiene right there.
And good morning to Amanda's Adventure. Hey. So nice to have you with us this morning.
First time here. Good morning, Amanda. And you get a squeaky too for your first time here.
Up for us. Let me see, 29 in the chat and only 9 likes. What's wrong with that?
Oh no.
And let's see. Law Jones says, Sharon, if you won't even drink the juice, it's time to. Oh, it's talking about the dog.
Yep.
And Kurt is coming up next. We want to thank you all for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Tanisha.
And let's see. Our next show is tomorrow morning. At 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
So until tomorrow, we'll see you around the channel.
See you around the channel.